The charism of St. Francis has lived on in the Holy Land for nearly 8 centuries. It was 1217, the year of the first general chapter of the order, here that the saint entrusted to his friars the task of going into the whole world. Let them avoid quarrels or disputes. Let them be subject to every human creature for the love of God, and may they confess that they are Christians. With this spirit they were sent from Assisi to a place that already back then was difficult and contested, and after 800 years the service inspired by Francis still continues in the custody of the Holy Land, which celebrated its saint on October 4th. The solemn Mass at St. Saviour's was presided by Father Guy Tardivi, prior of the Dominican community in Jerusalem, according to a tradition and a bond that dates back to the Middle Ages. Similarly, it is a Franciscan who presides and preaches on the occasion of the solemnity of St. Dominic.
The Dominicans established their convents in the big cities, and the Franciscans in the mid-sized or small ones. And when we found each other, when we went into other cities and met together, we formed this alliance for preaching and for evangelization.
Dante, in his Divine Comedy, had already witnessed this closeness between the two mendicant orders, choosing in the 11th and 12th cantos of the Paradise the Dominican Thomas to sing the praise of Francis, and then the Franciscan Bonaventure to talk about Dominic. Animating the celebration on Tuesday morning was the band Tau from Akko, a musical group that brings together Christian, Jewish, and Muslim boys and girls, one of the many examples of dialogue and relationship that this land offers, and that the custody promotes.
Francis himself, with his life even more than his words, inspired this new attitude with which the friars approached and served the Holy Land until today. Francis, in fact, was also able to touch with his own hands the places of the Incarnation. He who so loved and felt close to the humanity of Jesus ardently desired to come here, where this humanity became concretely manifest in a specific time and place. The saint boarded a ship with the Crusaders and landed in St. John of Acre, today's Akko, between 1219 and 1220. It was a short trip in the province of the Holy Land, where he also met with the Sultan of Egypt, Saladin's nephew. St. Francis was the man of encounters. He had many experiences, and these experiences transformed him. For us in the Holy Land, this should be an integral part of our charism. We meet Christians of all denominations, Muslims and Jews, and these encounters should not leave us indifferent. They must transform us, and we must let ourselves be transformed by this love for Jesus that must then bring us to meet the other.
And so, also today, the Franciscan presence meets, transforms, and guides the Christians in these places, both the local ones and those visiting from abroad, with the memory of the encounter and friendship that Francis, in love with Christ and desiring to embody his example in his own humanity, had recognized in Jesus.